Oh, so yeah, Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Okay. Um, Apparently, the internet is all a buzz about what appears to be a live-action Transformers sequel to the Bumblebee movie, sort of, taking place in the 1990s, uh, where they meet up with the Beast Wars characters. Yeah. And I think they just cribbed the fan film. Oh well, that's fine. But yeah, sort of like they did with Dark of the Moon. I guess, yeah, so why not? um, but yeah, you cribbed that from Transtech. Yeah. Yeah. Sentinel Prime's Last Strawberry, and later Age of Extinction with Attinger, who was basically me, and and the other guy who was basically Mark's Cards. And of course Cade Yeager, who was basically Mark's Cards as well, but as Buffkin, as Jim Buffkin, which was really odd. That was Age of Extinction. And the Dinobots would have been Tim. But anyway, so we've been over the fan film stuff before. So are we actually getting any royalties? No. If they do go that direction, then it would be unusual. The title is rather banal, but okay. Yeah, I think the Shift of Destiny is much more interesting sounding than Rise of the Beast, but oh well. Yeah. So they're just following the Netflix Kingdom series, which we did know some about before. Probably seen that trailer that leaked. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah. As a trans fan film type of thing, an actual live action one sounds like another one sounds like a good idea. It's kind of odd that they would do Beast Wars. Some of the designs, yeah, they pretty much eliminated the Cade Yeager character in the other stories because he was
we got
hold on,
got some things could.
Come on, stop playing. Okay, so yeah, there I think it has been at least 3 years since Bumblebee, the movie, but in this timeline it would be 7 years later from Bumblebee, which was supposed to be in 1987. It's obviously a different timeline because different characters showed up and everything. We told them at the time, just make that guy not Blitzwing, make him somebody else, but they made him Blitzwing. Should have been somebody else. Should have been Broadside or anyone else other than Blitzwing, because it wasn't Blitzwing. Skywarp, maybe, but not Blitzwing. Anyway, so that was the only, otherwise it was a girl in her car, basically. Boy and his dog, girl in her car. Same thing they did with the Sheila Booth ones, but with no fart jokes and no pee-pee robots and stuff like that. Yeah, because it's a little stupid. Yeah, as for all Transformers MUSH, it's fun that they're doing some elements of all Transformers MUSH Season 2 in this movie. Not sure why, but sure, okay, we're okay with that. I don't suspect that anyone's going to get paid. No, it's a fan film. No, they did a fan film. We're not going to get any royalties. It's more than likely they would say cease and desist on the fan films because they're going to confuse us with the fan film with. They haven't done that, but they can confuse the fan film with the real thing. They won't do that though. That would be silly. Yeah. Though we did do Transtech. If short for Transformers meets Robotech, we did do that. We were allowed to do that back in the day. So now we're doing this other one. Yeah, so they're doing a little live action thing. other than the description, which seems a little bit like it's premature, the description of what's going on in it seems a little too fanficky. I think maybe it's probably an accidental, accidental release or fan release thing that's gone onto the website. That's what it looks like to me, because we know a lot about fanfic. We know a lot about Hasbro. So yeah, I wonder if like they managed to troll the Hasbro site to put up this story, and really it's not. It seems a little too niche, let's say. Seems too niche. Transformers. Yeah, it's like, let's do a Beast Wars movie. Does you know that there's a Beast Wars fan contingent. Our Beast Wars fan film stuff is more popular at that point than the Corrosion was the previous season. So somebody likes our version, but yeah. Yeah, it's odd because we liked Corrosion more than the Beast one, but we tried. But yeah, yeah. So it's odd that I know it's Beast Wars started in '96, late '95 actually, and in Canada it was a different version of it. They made them all beasts because Jurassic Park came out 2 years earlier, so they're like, oh, we're gonna do dinosaurs and monsters and stuff. Okay, that was why Jurassic Park influenced a lot of stuff, including Transformers. They went back to cars by the millennium turning, and car robots and all that, and from then on. So yeah, sure, I wish them luck. Yeah, if it works, but I wouldn't think the idea of doing that would be all that popular now, unless they're thinking, well, Jurassic World 3 will be out, so ooh, that'll springboard into Transformers. I think the trick with Transformers, since back in the day when we were kids and stuff, and you know, even back when we got our first, you know, my sister got me a Sideswipe. That was the beginning of the whole thing, right there. A Sideswipe car. The idea that cars change into robots and have minds of their own, unlike later on, a generation later, Cars, where the robots is just a car with a robot mind in it. That's not as interesting. No, they transform into a man. Robot car transforms into a man, and they can transform into a car or a jet or something. Is way more interesting because you have robotic elements. You see, that's the key to the whole thing. Is you have this robotic element. Kids can play with the robot and have it do things that it would normally do. It's just yeah. So anyway, we'll see if this is not fan trolling and if they're actually going to do this niche very. Yeah, I just wonder why Hasbro would choose to do. Just wonder why Hasbro would choose to do Beast Wars, because it really wasn't as big as all those other car robot ones. Making them animals is not as big. It wasn't really as big. I imagine they will meet the animals. Per the suggestion of is it a sort of a sequel to Transformers Prime? Because that was later too. Sort of all over the place. Yeah, how are they gonna do that? It's a really odd thing. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Yeah, Transtech, of course, with the truck monkey, yeah, and all that. And then we visualized the truck monkey in Corrosion, based on the Rob Power story. We'll acknowledge that. Yes, based on the Rob Power story. That Corrosion had the truck monkey in it. So we had the Dragonus Prime. Well, it was a dragon truck. It's a little bit different than the monkey. It's a dragon truck. And we had Biker Truck. That was the other guy. Dragon Truck and Biker Truck. And it turned out they were robots. In the second season they were. But yeah, well, niche. I don't know. I don't know what you're doing, Hasbro. It's got to be cars. But